Pokémon, but with a twist. Ludlow and Quagsire are manning the port. After uttering some mumbo-jumbo, they leap into the sea. Only Sableye takes notice, but it doesn't come up again. Simply symbolic of how oblivious the kids are. Meanwhile, Amethio's struggling through not Mewtwo's storm, till Mighty G comes across him. Guess he's never witnessed Mighty G's heroics before, based on the look of awe. Ludlow leads them to shelter, potentially saving the kid's life. Who ever expected we get an Amethio-Ludlow crossover? Liko, yes. Ludlow, who would have guessed? Amethio wants to get going, but G suggests they hang tight. Worried that Amethio looks pale. Although, when does he not? Amethio agrees, and we find out Ludlow and Quagsire carry pans on their person. Groceries too. At first, Amethio was just going to be left to cook for himself. Realizing he's losing strength, Ludlow wants to dip. Problem is, Amethio's never cooked for himself before, and if you've seen his house, that checks out. So, Ludlow and Quagsire give him a hand. You could call this first half a slice of life episode, and a lot of people do enjoy Pokemon in domestic situations. I also wonder if Pokemon water is drinkable, considering they're boiling rice with Quagsires. Wholesome as this is, it gives the impression Amethio's got a grandfather figure after losing his own. Though maintaining this form is strenuous, it's got Ludlow crying out in pain. Still, he toughs through it as not to worry Amethio. Heck of a man Mighty G is. There's also a running joke about Amethio and Mighty G announcing the hero's name together. Ludlow chimes in with G, like a twitch, and it is funny a couple of times. Again, he attempts to scram until Amethio depressingly states that he's used to eating alone. So obviously Mighty G can't abandon him now. During a heart-to-heart, Ludlow seems to imply Amethio should pause for a beat. Take some time to assess his goal, what it looks like with Zygarde. I can imagine someday they'll reclaim the Xyz throne from Spinel. The episode already felt so complete that I forgot that there was a Goldingo involved. The group finally enjoys some fun in the water, except Lucario, who doesn't seem to enjoy anything. Dot seems preoccupied and goes to do some editing, passing Orla and Molly in their tasteful swimsuits. Really, Dot's being controlled by Gimmighoul to do some coin collecting. A hilarious gimmick, just the unbridled urge to get that bread. Gimmighoul also pulled a switcheroo here, now leaning on Dot even though Roy was the first of the trio to fall under its spell. Out and about, a Goldingo is catching a wave with its ability to create a surfboard from its coins. For some reason, this is a really big deal, especially to the Islanders, including the Hodad guy, which is basically a term for someone who goes to the beach prepared to surf, but never gets in the water, just like this guy here. Gimmighoul is stumbling over itself trying to meet its evolution, who does have a cool, glossy design and attitude. Everyone's encouraged to Surfugo, but Dot declines. Despite setting up barricades, Gimmighoul's still working its magic on her, ripping that mischievousness ghost types are known for. Feeling guilty from keeping her water type out of the water, Dot decides to go back out. At this point, it is abundantly clear Gimmighoul's taking a liking to her. She warns it not to fall into the water, but Gimmighoul objects. Crazy how quick this crash out was. Notable also how Gimmighoul's determined not to lose a single coin, urgently wanting to reach Goldingo's level. Besides that, people are having a good time, including Prodigy Liko, who's never even surfed before. Eventually, Goldingo rides into the sunset, bidding them farewell under a beautiful backdrop. Unfortunately, Water Guru Ludlow had to sit this one out as he's still in recovery. Through this ordeal, Dot's taken a shine to Gimmighoul's coins, which I can respect from two characters both grinding. She asks if she can catch it and is met with enthusiastic agreement. This fan favorite was hinted for Roy, but Dot simply couldn't resist the clout. Though maybe it would have been fun to see Roy and Dot fight over it. I mean, it could make up for the fact that this group hardly ever has any internal conflict. I'll say I do miss when trainers actually battled to catch their Pokemon. Have any of the trio's Mons been caught from a traditional battle? Never did I think that aspect of the games would be done away with. Regardless, Dot and Gimmighoul are bound to make a fun combination. Jam-packed episode. One thing about Amethio was he felt meek. Never snappy, highly amenable. Both him and Roy, for better or worse, chilled out this past year. It could also be a sense of existentialism taking a toll on the 13-ish-year-old. As for Gimmighoul, well, it's been hinted to be a main player for a while. Surely Dot's going to have herself a Goldingo in the future too. If Liko's got herself some kind of RPG team, Roy's got one with color palettes? Perhaps Dots got one based on performance. Quaxwell loves to dance, Tinkatuff cherished a mic. Maybe Gimmighoul represents those sweet donations. It could make sense. So, for all this episode does, I give it an A.